Yo, stop this man, Scorpio Moe and
C.Boogie, y'all.
This is Run That Back Podcast. And today, we got
now
a special guest. All the way out in the left coast.
where it ain't snowing right now.
No.
Yep.
Hey, and not only that, but just musically, we definitely got a few. I got a few Pasadena questions, but Corey, I'm gonna let you do the introduction, so because I know you and him are corresponding. So let's set it up, C.Boogie. Set it up.
So, we, as you all know, we did the Troop episode,
right?
And from that Troop episode, we sent it out to the members, just letting them know that we appreciate what they did and just check it out, whatever. And happened to get in touch with this young man, and to our surprise, he responded. Been corresponding back and forth, a real good brother. But to bypass all that, you know him, or you will get to know him as the founding member of Troop.
Very important.
You know this man as being 1/5 of the group that brought you Mamacita.
Yeah.
My Heart.
Yeah.
All I do is think of you.
Spread
my wings.
And many others.
Finally, the remake of Sweet November. But right now, it's my honor to bring to y'all Rodney B of Troop.
Hey, in the house, baby, in the house.
What's happening, brother?
Man, what's going on with y'all, man? I'm just cool and low, man. Minding my own business, man. That's all I'm doing, man.
That's
the best business to mind, brother.
Exactly. So we're just gonna take it back from the beginning, man.
Okay.
Originally from Pasadena, California, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Okay,
yes.
Let me ask you this: are you guys the first artists coming out, or what is the history of music? Because for us on here, it just feels like you might have been the first ones coming out of there. What is the history of Pasadena music?
We wasn't exactly the first ones, but we was almost the main one. Let's say that. We wasn't the first. It's been I think it was a group called High Energy. I do believe it was a girl group back in the day. Something like Rose Roy. No, not them. I think the rock guy, Van Halen, I think.
Oh, Van Halen's from Pasadena.
I think so, yeah, man. So
okay.
As far as R&B, we was probably the first one to hit like that. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all that counts. That's what we talking about. That's all that counts. It's all that counts. So how did you guys initially meet and come together?
Wow,
because you are the founding member, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Let's get it.
Okay. I'll break it down from the start. Me and my mother started this thing. Her name is Jean Bean. That's what I call her, Jean Bean. It's okay to call her that. We started this from a street called Mar Vista in Pasadena.
Okay.
I would dance all over the house. I think I was like 13, something like that, 13, and just dancing. Just she said, "Give me some water." I'm over there dancing, giving her water, giving her remote. I'm dancing. She got a little irritated at me and said, "You need to do something with yourself." So really, like a year went by, and now I'm in high school, the first year of high school, ninth grade.
Mm-hmm.
And my mama told me, I think you better try to find a group because I got you some auditions to go and Putting on the Hits. It was a TV show called Putting on the Hits back in the day.
I remember. Lip sync show, correct?
Yes. Lip sync. It was one of the first American Idols, one of them type of group, but just lip sync.
That's right.
Gotcha.
So she came to me and said, I got you some auditions. And I'm like, you can't have me in audition. I ain't got no damn group. I don't have no group. How you going to give me some audition? She was serious, y'all. She was serious. So immediately, I followed the rules. I went and found a group. The group didn't consist of John, Steve, and Alan. It consists of me, Reggie, rest in peace, Reggie.
Rest in peace, Reggie.
Yeah, Skeeter, Atron, and Stewart. That's the Putting on the Hits group. Yeah, so we're totally different members, man. And we went on there. We accidentally won.
Accidentally. Okay.
And we won.
Doing what? Just so the people know. What did you lip sync?
New Edition, Cooling Now.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes. My
And y'all
favorite
can go
group.
on YouTube and see it. It's up there just so the audience knows. We'll probably run the clip at the bottom of this, but yeah.
Man, we had to do that for me because that's what got me going mentally and just physically, just everything. Seeing them little guys harmonize and sing, I thought it was just way out of control that they was doing that. So
Were you fans of New Edition?
yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
I was so much a fan. I was like low key jealous, man. I was low key jealous. Totally in a good way. So, but
I
was
think we
jealous.
all were.
Yeah. So from then, after we did the show, we won, and some guy called us. I'm gonna tell you his name. His name was Greg Perret.
Okay.
He called us, and basically he was saying, if we can sing, he'll make us famous. So I went immediately and looked for Steve, John Allen. I had to change the group because the other guys, they was strictly lip sync, strictly. So I got my hustle on again. Went to Steve Russell. Went to Steve. Said, man, you want to be in my group? And you got to remember, now I'm asking him to be in my group, but I'm already low key famous from putting on the hits. See, so I had leverage. I had power a little bit to say. Be in
Now,
my
what
group.
was Steve doing at that time?
Steve was singing and stuff, but just local, nothing much. I think he tried out for the one that what's the one that give you stars, 4 stars, 3 stars?
Star Search.
Yeah, I think he did that, and I don't think he made it, but he was just going around. The reason why I picked Steve because I went to school with him, and I saw his ambition, I saw his thrive, and I said, I gotta get some of that in me, man. I gotta get a little bit of that little guy over there, man. I gotta get that in me.
Because I heard he used to do like the Michael Jackson stuff around Pasadena.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Him and John. But mostly
Okay.
Steve. And I needed some of that. I needed that confidence. I needed that. I won't say arrogance, but lack of a better word, yeah. I needed that.
Now, quick question for you: did John always have that heavy, mature voice as a young man?
Yes, he did. I think it was. Yes, he did. I think it was a little lighter, but yes, he was always more mature than our voices. Always, yeah. He was. Yep.
And then, how did you find Alan?
Well, okay. John was. We had 6 periods together.
Okay.
And I was talking to him about my group because you remember I went on put on his, so everybody's looking at me, man. You know, I was a little bit of something. I was a little bit of something, man. And,
okay.
And I said, John, your boy Steve's gonna be in my group. And he looked at me and he said, okay, I'm gonna come to your practices. And I said, no, you're not. I said, no, you're not, John. No, you're not. He said, yes, I am. I said, no, you're not, bro. I was getting serious. And he was getting serious right with me. Yes, I am. So we got on the bus. He got off at my stop. He walked to my practice. I couldn't tell him no, man. I kept telling him no. We got close rehearsals. He just kept saying, bull, man, bull. I'm coming. So John kind of punked me to get in the group. He just punked me, just came. and think about Alan, see, and me and Steve go back and forth because Steve brought Alan to a rehearsal. But see, what Steve don't know, I knew Alan 4 months before that because he had came to my house 10, 11, 12 times to see my sister. I had already met Alan.
Okay.
Yeah, I already met Alan, but I didn't meet him to be in a group. But when you break it down and it's in the universe, he was already in a group before Steve even met him. He was already. That's why he was at my house seeing my sister. That part was already done. So I took responsibility for that. I say he was already at my house 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So that's how Alan got in the group. And Alan was the last one to get in the group. And, you know, it wasn't called Troop. It was called 5 of a Kind for a minute. And it was just, we call ourselves a few things, but 5 of a Kind stayed with us. The record company really didn't like it because 5 of a Kind was kind of sounding young and we were getting 17, 18. We was getting older. And Mama Sita was coming out, I think, 1 week. And we didn't have no name. So we sat down all day, man. And it was on the phone with the record company. We had a conference call. We were saying all names for like 3 or 4 hours. Names. And Steve Russell thought of Troop. He said, Troop. I know everybody got quiet because Troop is a troop of guys that's dressed the same, that's marching the same.
I never thought of that. Okay.
Yeah, a troop is the way we dance. It was a troop of guys. So
because you got to understand at that time, we're coming off the heels of the clothing troop, the jackets, the shoes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So a lot of people, especially out east, was thinking it was because of that.
No, it's funny because the clothing, the group, and the dance.
Right, there you go. It was all at the same. Okay.
Man, let me tell you something. when we came out, man, all of them was out at the same time. We didn't try that. We didn't, but it happened. So we kind of ran away with it. Said we kind of made up everything.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. So how did you guys come up with the total respect of other people meaning of the group?
Alan.
Okay.
He just thought of it. It's just simple.
Okay.
He thought of it, and it made
an acronym. Okay.
Yes, and it made sense. So nobody said anything. So that's how. Real talk.
Okay, so now, were you guys signed directly to Atlantic, or were you part of what was going on back then, a production deal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We were signed to Platinum Gold Productions. They went and signed themselves to Atlantic.
Gotcha, bitch.
So it was already some. Excuse my language. There was already some bullshit involved, man.
No, man, feel free.
No, we were talking about that earlier, and those were the stages where people, whether it be New Edition, a lot of acts that went through that. TLC, a lot of them went through that.
Yep. And we didn't know what that was. So when we found out, we was devastated. Like, what the hell? We not signed to Atlantic. Sylvia Rome. We ain't signed to that. And from then on, we got 4 #1 hits, man. And we did good. We did good videos, man. We was on Pop-Tarts. Yes. We was on Pop-Tarts. We was on New Jack City. No, we did good. But it kind of just threw a loop in us, man, that we wasn't never signed to a major. It just didn't seem right. It didn't fit right, man. So
then let me ask you a question. So how much did the production company, I guess, break you guys off, or did they even break you off?
Oh man,
was it a percentage? Did you get an advance? That kind of thing? Because we hear the stories,
right?
Man, what I can remember, man, is that whatever we needed, we got it. It wasn't no big giant advance. It wasn't something like $15,000, $10,000, $5,000 a month. It wasn't, but we got what we needed. We went up there and said we needed. We got it. We needed a place. We got our places. We needed cars. We got. We got what we needed. Now could have got more? Definitely, bro. Definitely. But we was a long way from where we was at. So I was like, I'm quiet, bro. I like where I'm at. I found a group. Right. I made up the steps. I was just in my own lane, bro. I didn't all that other stuff like.
So the first single comes out. And how are you guys feeling? You got up until this point. The first single drops. You're on the radio. At that point, what is your feeling stepping into that space?
And real quickly, you guys were still in school when that happened, right?
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
Well, first of all, I felt like whatever was going to happen should happen. Number one, because we practiced so hard and we believed. We never doubted. We never looked at each other and said, what if we don't make it? What if 10 years go by and we older and we just laughing about? We never tripped. So as it was coming, we was accepting it like, this supposed to happen. This supposed to happen. When you work hard and you above other talents that's around you, especially at your school, people at church, some of your friends, you kind of, if you practice hard, you can outbeat people, even if you're not the best talent. If you practice hard, you could be above people.
Message.
And I think we had achieved that. So the single was out. We wanted to go #1, but let's go. And then when it started happening, we would just feel like it's supposed to happen, man. I mean, and that's not being anywhere cocky or anything. It's just come from hard work. So it felt like right. It felt like this supposed to happen. It went #1, and when your first song go #1, it's kind of hard when your second song don't go #1. My heart went top 5, but it wasn't #1. So we didn't like that. We just wanted to.
Let me tell you something. My heart has got to be one of y'all coldest songs ever. And I think if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, that was the first Chucky Booker production for you guys, correct?
Yes, indeed. Yes. And not only the song was good, the video and the choreography was out of control. What, man, we was doing too much, man.
Now y'all was some dancing fools in that video. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all was dancing hard.
We was getting down, flipping, falling to the ground. Man, we was just doing it. But back on the subject, I think that everything we was doing, we thought it was supposed to happen. From the dancing to the songs to dealing with certain producers, we thought that it should happen. So we were almost like in a space where, okay, yeah, when it was happening, when the song going number one, we doing all these shows, we going on tour, yeah. Okay, what's next? Yeah, because we worked hard for this. We worked our butt off, man.
Just curious, who was your first tour with?
My good question.
We did some spot dates here and there, but our first one was with Keith Sweat.
Ooh,
our first
okay.
The real tour. We did shows before that, but a real tour, like 3 months out, 2 months straight. Keith Sweat, man. Keith Sweat, yeah.
Okay.
So was it just you and Keith Sweat, or was it Keith Sweat, you guys, and somebody else?
Let me remember, man. I swear to God, let me remember. I think it was golly, it was somebody else, man.
Because you guys got to remember, it's Keith Sweaters, it's the Bobby, New Edition. Like, you guys cut through a lot of traffic.
Man,
got noticed a lot. That's a hard thing to cut through because you got these established acts, and you guys as a new act to cut through that and get known and get a name. That's a hell of a feat, man.
Man, let me tell you that we had to cut. Even Michael Jackson was out, Bobby Brown was out, No Edition was out, Keith Sweat was out, Janet Jackson was out. It's like, yeah, man. I'm not surprised. But it still baffles me. Like, how do we find our way to the top 4 times? And we had some monsters out.
But I think it attributes to what you said. You guys worked hard and you were talented. So sometimes they say hard work outbeats talent, but you guys had both of that. So you really had no choice but to propel yourselves into the position that you were. And then if you felt like you expected it and you knew it was going to happen, it was already written in the cards right there.
Message. Yeah, we the universe opened up the doors, and we knew it at a young age. We knew it. All we had to do was be obedient and listen and go straight for. Because when my mom said get a group, I was obedient. When I said, Steve, hey, you want to be in my group? He was obedient. John was obedient because something told him to do it.
Right.
And Alan was obedient, and Reggie was we was obedient, man. That's
message.
We didn't fight against anything. It was just all Rodney said, let's do this. Steve gonna be the singer. Alan come in as an awesome singer. It's awesome to us. John is just a guy that knows everything. Don't forget nothing on earth. He's an elephant. And Reggie was a dancer, and I was a man sit back just making everything up and putting members in the group. So being obedient, I will tell you, that do get you a long way, honestly.
I respect it.
So let me ask you a question. So even though we're going to get to this a little bit later on, because you do have some new stuff out, how did you feel about yourself vocally? Did you just know that these are going to be the guys? Do you fell back, or did you feel a particular way about not necessarily showcasing your vocals, as prominently as everybody else? How did you feel about that?
I didn't feel nothing. I was getting in where I fit in, man. I was riding my lane. I made the group up and I was doing the steps, so I was riding my lane, man. I didn't care. I didn't.
You played your position.
Yeah, and I played it for 37 years, so can't nobody tell me nothing. But I didn't pick the group for me to stand out as a lead singer. That I could have since I picked my group, I could have, but that's not what I did. It, man. I noticed somebody had a little more umph, a little more talent,
I respect that,
and a little more balls in me. And I wasn't finna play games just because it's my group. I need to be lead. I didn't have that what they had.
I respect.
Now, see, I respect that, because for you, it appears, and it was that it wasn't about yourself. It wasn't about ego.
Right.
It was a team effort, and you
Yeah.
were fine with playing your position, which a lot of people may start out that way or never have that thought process when they get in the group. It's always about me.
Yes.
But you played your role, and you did it well.
Absolutely.
And it was easy. It was easy to play that role because when I started, when Greg Perret said, "Can y'all sing?" Immediately my mind clicked and said, "Go find singers, not you, dude, not you be the main singer." My mind was already geared. I was already stuck in that mode already.
Okay.
I didn't have to even think about it. I was like, "Oh, he want me to find some singers? Watch this." That's how my mind was. Watch this. So no, man, I wasn't on that, man. I wasn't on that Hollywood stuff, that lead singing stuff. I just wanted to be in a group and do what I do, and I did what I did very well.
I like that. So coming off the first album, now going into the second one and that recording process, how different was the process from the first album to the second album?
Well, you know what? It was almost the same, but the difference was we knew a little more. I got in a couple more notes here and there. Not I wasn't leading, but I did a bit more on the second album. It was more comfortable, a little bit more, because the first one had a big. It was just a big question mark over your head. Was the first one.
Right.
The second one was like, now we got to pick a couple different producers. I don't know. The second one was just more intense, more serious. They liked you the first album, but you better come with it the second one.
The sophomore jinx was kind of hanging over you guys' head to come back and maintain at least or do better.
Yeah. And you know what? You're 100% right. But once again, Troop crazy. We knew we can do it. We just knew it, man. And it's funny because if you would have met us at a young age, we wouldn't have appeared big head or cocky. We never appeared, and I promise God, we never appeared like that. But we knew. Well, we knew it. All five of us knew it. So we knew we can come with a better album. We knew we can find some better songs than the first one. Not knocking on the songs, but they were better and they was more mature the second album. They were.
Hold on. Even Steve didn't think he was a little cocky. A little bit.
I mean, he was confident as fuck.
Okay. I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
He was very top of the line confident. Yeah.
I'll take that.
So let me ask you a question. So with this second album, well, I guess part of the first album too, how did you guys hook up with Levert? How did that happen?
We were label mates on Atlantic Records.
Right.
So Sylvia kind of hooked that up. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that wasn't hard for us.
And then I guess the next question is, how did you guys hook up with Chucky Booker?
That's the one. Yeah.
Same thing. Label mates.
Okay. So it had nothing to do with you guys being out west or anything. It was just label mates and.
Yep.
Okay. So then my next question: how did you guys pick the singles for the second album, or like did you have any say so in what songs came out in what order? We
had a little bit. Always on the first song, we had a little bit. Mamacita, and then the second one, I'm Not Soup, we had a little bit, but the record company still ran it pretty strong. Because if they're going to spend this money on you, the hell what you thinking?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, they're going to do what they want, but we had a little say so, not a lot, but yeah, we had a little bit. I'm not going to lie and say we didn't speak up and say anything. Yeah, we did. But they was running it. They had the loot, and we ran with it.
So up until that point on the second album, you released I'm Not Souped. I believe you had what was it My Attitude? Was that before that, if I'm correct?
No, that was after I'm Not Souped.
That was after I'm Not Souped. Okay, so I'm Not Souped, Attitude, and then you get to Spread My Wings.
Oh. Wow.
And the sonic boom occurred with that song.
Wow.
What happened? What the hell happened with you guys once you saw Spread My Wings start to spread its wings?
Man, first of all, the first thing we did a remix. The original version was just Like the Deal. No, I'm sorry, not that. That was what Chucky produced. I'm sorry. What Chucky produced. and then we went. Somebody out of New York did a remix.
Clark Kent, right?
Clark,
There you
it was
go.
DJ
Clark,
There you
Clark
go.
Kent.
rest in peace to DJ Clark Kent.
Yes, yes, rest in peace. He did a remix, and personally, being a West Coast guy, I didn't understand that East Coast. It was just going. It was just too much going. I didn't get it. It was just a lot going, man, in the remix. But eventually, it settled in me, and I knew we had some. But when that came out, man, I think everybody understood that we were serious
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
People were saying, "Oh my God, you guys," because see what it did, it put us into a little bit of a form of a hip hop and R&B mix.
It did.
That's where we stood out from New Edition and the other groups. They wouldn't dare touch that hip hop. They wouldn't touch it. We did, and plus he even rapped on it. Clark Kent even rapped on it. So we was kind of hip hoppy R&B, man, and that made us stand out, and that made everybody take us serious.
And then the video to it, to me, that's what took it to the okay. You're hearing the song on the radio is one thing, but the video, and you guys might have been one of the first ones to do that aerial rooftop shot.
Yeah.
It looked like, was that a rooftop, right?
Yeah.
You know how many people did that after you guys?
Yes. Yeah, but see, they using drones now. We use a helicopter back then.
See, exactly. There you go.
How much did that video cost y'all?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say this: the helicopter was about a couple $1,000 an hour.
Ooh, sheesh.
So I'm gonna say that.
So y'all had to get y'all dances on spot, on time.
quickly.
Now, how much did y'all rehearse for that?
Every day.
You guys were the choreographers. You did your own steps, or
now this is how it went down. And I'm gonna be honest. When we record a song, I usually take the song home and I come back, show John. Me and John do some stuff, and then we show the group. So usually what we do is when we want to do stuff like TV and videos, we'll hire a professional choreographer to mix in what I've done, to make it, because some things I didn't understand about choreography, they did. Switch positions, 2 here, 3. I didn't understand that at the time. So
the lines.
We hired them to help, and I felt like I did a great job regardless if they came in and helped. But we hired professional ones to come in and I guess clean it up.
Right.
So that's how we did that. So we did have choreographers, but I was in there, man. I was in that thing, 100%.
Because you guys, Arsenio Hall performances was crazy.
Woo!
That's like one of my favorite performances. This period, it's just people to watch. Were you guys on Arsenio?
When you had on the suspenders and the hats
all
and the different colored shirts,
like every time. I remember 2 specific. I was like, they kill it every time.
Yeah, Arsenio, y'all had your moment.
Yes.
On Arsenio.
Well, you know, when we our first single was "I'm Not Soup," right? It I think it went top 20, but it sold like almost 300,000. The song sold. That was due to Arsenio Hall, man. He kept saying 24 hours for Troop. And I'm like, dude, you putting pressure on us, man. Troop will be here, and next week, Troop, 24 hours Troop. So he had the whole industry, the whole world waiting on Troop. I'm like, thank you, Arsenio Hall, but you put a lot of damn pressure on us, bro. You made us go hard. Because you telling everyone, No Edition was sitting in the audience. Man, it was like, man.
Are you serious?
You don't remember that when New Edition came out? Troop performed, and New Edition came out.
Oh, I missed that. Are you serious?
Yep, they came out on stage.
Oh, that's
man.
the moment. We gotta clip that. We gotta find that clip.
Yeah, they came out, and people forget about all that because our careers didn't go as long as they should have or whatever. But they forget about that, man. The grandfathers of this group shit is New Edition. They came out and gave us a torch, basically.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Cause see, Ralph was going solo, BBD, Johnny Gill, they was going solo, and we was the only group at that moment. I didn't say groups came a year or 2 later, but at that moment, it was us. It was us. That's my attitude with the spread my wings. All I do, that was us, man. That was us.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Man.
Now, let's get to the song that has become a mainstay on quiet storms across this country. as we like to talk about on this podcast quite frequently, slow jam tapes.
Yeah.
That it is a part of the classic remake of All I Do Is Think of You.
Yeah.
How did that come and fall in your lap?
When we was in school, because we practiced for about 2 years before we actually came out, maybe 2.5 years. That song was all our favorite song. We didn't even know we was going to do the song. We
Are you
just liked
serious?
it.
What?
Yeah, we just sung it. We just sung it daily in practice because Michael Jackson was getting down, man. He was tearing it up in that song. So Steve Russell would always imitate him. Like I said, he was imitating Michael Jackson. So it just made sense to when the time came and Chucky was going to produce it, it just made sense, man. It just made sense. Let's do this song because we loved it. We loved All I Do, man. We love the song, bro. And when Alan got on it, because Steve kind of sung it kind of like Michael Jackson, but it still had his own. Alan sung the hell out of
Man.
man.
That's his fan.
Let me tell you something. He like listen, you know that's a big thing online. Like that's considered one of the remakes that better than the original. That's the debate online, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about it. We talked about it on our show. We had a thing called Who Did It Better.
Yeah.
That's what we thought.
Yeah.
Just Steve's tone. I mean, not Steve. Alan's tone on it. It's a little better than Michael. I'm sorry,
man.
I'm sorry.
And it's kind of like you guys took that new edition formula where you had Ralph, Ricky, Johnny. You had Al, Steve, John. It was like it was the perfect song for the perfect group at that time.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys like that's probably one of the most immaculate covers that has ever been done, and I don't think it will ever be done like that again.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you about the whole Johnny Gill thing. Now, before Johnny Gill was in a group, would Count Me Out and all that, they was doing 4 members. They was doing 4.
Right.
John was already in our group with that voice. We just wasn't out yet. John was before Johnny Gill, not popularity wise, but John was in our group when they was doing 4.
Right.
So we nobody knows that. We had John. That's no addition. So they was going to be popular. They was going to blow up. But John was already in our group before they had Johnny Gill, man, already. So we was already going down that path of what I'm trying to explain. We was already on that path.
Have you ever met any of the Jackson family? And they, since the song was out or after the fact, and then they said anything to you guys?
Yeah, we met Janet Jackson, and we had a show at the Forum.
Okay.
In LA, a place called the Forum. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's where the Lakers used to play. But she came in there, and I was looking at her so hard, man. I could not believe it, man. But she came in and said, my family heard the song. They love it. They think you guys did an awesome job, man. And I was just looking. I really didn't understand at the time because I was just looking at her like, wow, that's her. What is she doing in my dressing room? I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then Jackie said it before.
Oh, wow.
And, a couple of them said it, man. And I think it got back to us that Michael Jackson said it. We didn't hear him say it, but it got back to us that he said it, that we did a great job on this song. So, yeah, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man.
So, speaking of the Jacksons, who were your biggest musical influences growing up?
Besides New Edition?
Right. Besides New Edition.
Man, this is so crazy, man. Because I'm so normal, man. I wasn't on it that bad. I liked the Jacksons. I liked what's the song? Cherish me, we should check. Kool and the Gang.
Kool and the Gang.
Okay.
I liked them, but nobody really made me want to do it. I was just a fan from a distance.
Do you think because of being closer to the age of New Edition, that's what kind of like gravitation you ID with them more than the Kool, the older guys?
Definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I told you I was low key jealous. I'm like, nah, man, nah, these guys are my age and they harmonize it. Nah, that ain't finna go down, man. Totally in a good way. I love New Edition, but yeah, because New Edition came out my age doing stuff that I thought they shouldn't be doing. That I thought maybe they was getting help with some grown men, something, man. They was getting down. So yeah, New Edition definitely changed it for me. Definitely. Michael Jackson, when he went on his own, I want to play and see if I can imitate him just because I thought I can dance and stuff, but he didn't make me want to be a singer. He didn't make me.
And see, that's what I was going to ask you. It seems like you were more into the dancing, the movement of music instead of
singing.
The sonic and the singing and all that. It's like you had more fun.
Yeah.
Just
and the
listening
organization too of it. Like, because you orchestrated, you brought everyone together. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you think of like Mike Bivens, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
Low key and executive.
Yeah. But the credit didn't go. We didn't ever get a chance to really establish the group like we wanted and then give people their credit. We just never. Our first 4 years, man, we were working and we were just out there. We didn't even slow down for the first 4.5 years. We never slowed down. We got on the tour with Hammer. We went on a tour with Keith Sweat. We went on a tour with Salt-N-Pepa. We was just going, man. All these big rappers. When rap came in the 90s and there wasn't that much R&B was kind of going down, we was doing shows with rappers, man. We was the only R&B group out there was rappers. And we were just going. We were just going. So we never had time to sit down and kind of separate stuff. And it never, a lot of the world never knew who did what and what. They just assumed the lead singers did everything, and it was far from the truth.
Right. Do you think that was part of the, I don't want to say the demise, but the separation start happening at that point because of the business and that time you were talking about?
You know, I'm going to tell you this, bro. Whenever somebody starts thinking the way they think, the demise is going to happen. I don't care if it's a lead singer, manager background. When they start thinking they can do this, they're a little more confident than they should be.
Right.
I ain't telling nobody not to be confident. That's not what I'm saying. But just some things you don't know how to do. I'm sorry, bro. Some things you can't take a group that have 4 number ones and try to make it your group and be better than that. If you don't have that knowledge, you can't do it. You can't do it. That's some high record company shit, man. You can't do it. So yes, that demise came in. Just to be honest with you, not to talk about anybody.
No, I got you.
I'm not even doing that, but I'm gonna tell the truth. Yes, that happened. So there you go.
Yeah, because we tend to think and discuss at times how, with a group, people don't seem to understand that it's the sum of the parts. You have your girls who like you, your girls who like Reggie, your girls who like Steve. Everybody liked somebody different for something that they did. But then when they go out on their own and realize that they don't have that, for lack of better words, supporting cast around them, then that shine seems to.
Because that's the thing that made it work.
Yeah.
So why would you disturb what made it work?
Hey, man.
It happens all the time.
I'm on y'all side about that. I'm not doing what I got to do because I was that person. Nah, I'm on y'all side, man. Sometimes what I learned, man, sometimes in this industry, man, you're forced almost with a knife to go out on your own. You're forced because the dynamics is gone, the fun is gone, the respect is gone, and sometimes you're forced. I would never do this, man. That was never in my plan to go, but I got mad. And I said, watch this. And I wasn't saying watch this like I was gonna be the greatest. I was saying watch what I can do. That's it. That's it. I can do the background. I can write my song. I can get my producers, and I just did that, man, because it was more of okay. I guess I got to get respect to prove that I can do this, and that's why I did it, man.
So was that a thought that lingered in the back of your mind that something like that was going to happen or could happen?
Bef- not earlier, not the first year or two. No, maybe the second, third, fourth year, maybe even a little bit of the fifth year. Maybe I was saying, oh, I gotta grow up now. This ain't happening. This is not
Right.
happening. I gotta grow up. And actually, this is funny, man. I want to say 96, 97, something. I had went in the studio just playing around. And I did like 6, 7 songs back then, man. I had did them before before Steve, before Alan. I had wrote my songs sitting in the front of where the complex I was staying. I wrote songs out there sitting, looking at other cars go by. I had wrote 7 songs, and I had art, but I had no plan on doing anything with them. I had no plans. I just wanted to write and see if I can do it, to see if my confidence was up, to see if I wasn't afraid of leading, being flat, being sharp, if I wasn't afraid of that. So
Right.
I did. I already did 7 songs before the other group even attempted to go solo. I already did it, man. I just kept them in, never did nothing with them. Yep. So I was getting prepared. What I'm trying to say, I was getting prepared. It took me a long time, but I think better now than then because, man, my confidence wasn't there, bro. Man, I get with John, Alan, and Steve, and they singing like that. I'm like, y'all can have that, man. Y'all can have that, John. I'm not even finna try this. All that yelling, baby. I'm not doing all that, man. I'm not doing all that. So it took me a while because I was my worst enemy. I was saying no, no, no. And then when I stepped out, I had to step out because it comes a point in time when you gotta tackle your fear, man. And I tackled it. I tackled that sucker, man. Now I can do anything. It's so different, man. Your mind is crazy. I can do anything. I can sing any song. I know when I'm flat, I know when to harmonize. Now it's just like, man, it's easy now. So you gotta attack your fear. I have to run from it. Then when I finally ran towards it, and we hit, I won.
Message. So it sounds like, from what you're saying, that time made you grow up.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. It definitely did. It pushed me. It was like somebody kept pushing me in the back, man. I'm looking, ain't nobody there. You go. I'm pushing, and ain't nobody there. But I knew what it was. I said, okay, it's time to grow up, man. It's time to grow up. And let me tell you something. I grew up in my way. I didn't grow up because somebody wanted me to grow up a certain way. I didn't do that. I grew up the way I feel like I needed to, and it was needed to conquer a fear that I was scared of.
So let me ask you a question just to bring it down a little bit. What did music give you, and what did it take away from you?
Well, it's like a blessing and a curse, bro. Good question. It gave me what I needed in life to walk a certain way, to believe certain things, to just do something that I knew I can do on a high level, to give me that confidence, for me to just be to walk around and people giving me a chance to talk because my group giving me a chance to be funny, giving me life, giving me life. It gave me that, man. It gave me music, gave me all that, and I needed that because when I was growing up, I was so much of a shy guy, man. If it wasn't for music, I think I'd be working at a 9 to 5, not talking to nobody.
So were you an only child?
No. My mom had.
Maybe he had a sister.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, your sister. That is correct.
Yeah, it was a few of us, but it was but what it took from me was I didn't get a chance to see that level ground of life, that regular life, regular having to deal with problems, got to deal with people at work, got to look for work, got to sign shit and fill shit out, apartments, cars, whatever. I missed all that. So when it came down to doing it, I was lost. Calling my girlfriend, can you help me? I don't know.
Right.
So that's what it took for me, man. I mean, I could do it now, but that's what it took for me. That I didn't know nothing as far as the real world. You could put me on the stage, you could put me on a tour, you could put me with some money. I know what it's about. But when you put me with,
hey man, you'd be surprised. Even the ones that became successful move, they got people to handle it for them because they don't know and they don't have time. And if anything were to happen, and they had to do it, they wouldn't know how to do it. So, you know,
Yeah.
I totally understand that. If there was something that, like a business decision or anything that you can change that happened, like especially early in the beginning, what is that one thing you'd be like, if I would have changed this or this, what I would change? If it was just one thing.
Man, that question is so, it's a thin line between love and hate with that question, man. So
Okay.
it's so funny because everybody would like to change something from not so good to better.
Right.
And then if I change that one thing, even if I said, hey y'all, we can't make that decision over there. We can't do that. Now, if I would have changed one thing, the reason why I say this, I probably wouldn't change nothing. I probably end up right here after all these right here again, because I know where I'm at. I know I'm here. I know I'm living. I don't know if I'll be living if I change one thing. I don't know what road I would have took if I changed one thing, one. But the things I didn't change, it allowed me to be here talking to you guys alive right now. So I'll probably pick the same thing and do it over again.
I'm not mad at that. You know why? Just because of the fact that that one thing you can change, even if it was like longer success, you don't know where that road would end. You could have wound up on some drugs or OD'd, or could have been something else. Could have, you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the fact that, because your answer lets me know that you're in a good headspace. You see what I'm saying? And your gratitude, and you have a very understanding of who you are right now.
Yes.
And you only got there because of your journey.
Yes. I mean, I'm sorry, I got excited.
No, that's real, brother. That's real.
Like, yeah, man. And you know what? People ask me that when I answered, a few people say, well, you know, they try to make me answer different. Like, well, you know, you don't got to change them, but you can change a couple of things, Rodney, and it can just be better for you. And I'm saying, y'all not hearing me. Everybody wants things to be better now. Come on, man. That's just a question you don't have to ask too many people. Yes, I want it to be better here and there, but would I ever got to know you guys? Probably not.
You see what I'm saying?
Probably not.
That's the thing about the journey people have, especially when you like who you are as a person.
Yes.
In your headspace. And it's like, I only got there because of, whether it's good or bad, I only got there because of that.
Yes. Yes, man. Yeah. And you catch people like yourself, and just say Troop would have went on to be mega. Blue Stars were mega. You might have one or two people in the group that'll turn this shit down right here, man.
Oh, man, you wouldn't even be talking to us, right?
I don't want to do it.
I already know, man. You wouldn't even picked up.
No, because there's he crazy.
You might have gave us a smile emoji and kept it pushing, man.
Well, you never know. I hope I would have, but I know some people probably would have said, "Well, no, I'm cool, man. I'm cool on that. Why are we getting paid? All right, this and that. How big are they?"
we done ran through all that before. Trust me.
Yeah, see, and I don't want to live my life like that, man. So
appreciate that, brother.
I'm glad I didn't go that route. I'm glad that whatever happened to me will happen to me for a reason. And plus, one more thing about this. It happened to me because I need to stand up a little more for me. It had to happen. I couldn't have got richer. I couldn't have had 20 number ones. I couldn't. I had to stand up and be a better self, man. And it had to happen, man. I'm sorry.
Message.
So
that's dope.
So let me ask you a question. So did stepping away from the spotlight, what did that do for your mental health?
It made me feel better because I was tired as a mug, man. I was tired. I didn't understand in between 37 years where I needed a break and where I should take time off. I didn't ever do it. We just toured and made albums here and there and toured. So actually what it did for me, it made me, I was cool. I was like, thank you, God, about time, man. I needed it. God knew I needed it. I was faking a lot, like I was up there happy, man, but I was tired of it. And I wasn't tired of it to where I was done with it. I was just tired of it because I never knew who I was. I never took time to learn Rodney, man. I was doing stuff for basically I was doing stuff for other people.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you basically got tired of living for other people instead of living for yourself.
Yeah. Now I live for myself, and can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me no. Can't nobody saying I don't like that song. I don't care if you like it. Why are you singing in that key? I don't care. I'm singing in that key because I sing in that key.
I respect that. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Respect. So we're just going to ask you a couple more questions before we wrap this up. When you hear a Troop record now, what's the first memory that hits you?
The first memory that hits me is grateful, man. But it's not a memory. That's what I feel. I tell you about my memory, but what I feel when I first hit is grateful. I still feel like this, man. This is so crazy. When I hear it, I still feel like this. Wow, that's me on the radio. What the fuck? Oh, that's me in the club. What the hell? I still feel like that, man.
Or I put that together.
Yeah, well, that too. But
you see what I'm saying? That's huge.
But man, you know what? I'm just the coolest guy, man. I just don't go there. I just go, wow, they playing our music, man. And I'm not. You're right, sir. I should be doing that more, but I don't. I just go, wow. I don't believe my song's on the radio after all these years. I don't believe I walked in the party. They playing grandma. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. That's what I think. That's what I think. Now, what I feel when I hear it is like, I remember, man, when I was 18 and I'll do a flip on your ass. Boy, I'll do a backhand spring. I'll run. I'll jump off the stage. And I remember at that time what I was able to do, just being young. Not saying I can't do nothing, but being young, I was able to just wake up in the morning and I felt a certain way. Going to bed late, I felt a certain way. And I think of them things like, I thought I was something, man.
You were, man. Hey, man. That's
you know,
dope thing.
But that's what I feel. This is what I feel and I think when I do hear them songs, man. I'm like, wow, man.
And the reason why I say I put that together, that's not necessarily for you to say to other people. That's for yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like you hold your head up.
Yeah.
You say that to yourself, man.
Yeah.
But that is you understand your thought, your hustle, your the fact that you gathered everybody, you did that. Once you're long and we're all long and gone, that will remain here.
Yes.
That group, people will go up and look up these songs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all of that, like that means something.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, man, that's dope.
See, I have a tendency to not trip off things I don't see. You know, I don't see people saying, "Wow, you guys are awesome," or "I'm gotta find some truth today." I don't see that, so I don't trip off of it because I don't see it, and that's things like that I need to work on to appreciate what I did a little better. I admit it.
There you go. Yeah,
I admit it. But the things I don't see, I don't trip off of them, man. I'm regular Rob, man. Double R. I'm regular Rob.
But speaking of that, what is the biggest misconception about, being in a group or R&B artists as yourself? What do you think from the outside looking in, people looking in, what is the biggest misconception you think people have?
I think people think you perfect all the damn time. and you got all the right answers and you don't. And sometimes you feel like shit and you don't feel like doing the show tonight. And you got to do it. I think people feel like you're always perfect because you got the reason why they say that because they see your videos over and over. They think you that dude that you're seeing smiling every time at that position, doing a flip at that same beat. They think you that same person, and you're not, man. So I think they think we're always perfect and we're always happy and smiling. That's what I'm thinking. We're not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did you know that the era that you were in musically, did it feel special while you were living it? Did you know that it was special while you were doing it?
You know what, man? I did because I was a part of it. That's why I did. Yeah, I did. I thought I was part of it. This is happening. This is what's it right here because, like I said, we worked to get there. So yeah, any era I would have been in, I would have said, this is it. This is what's happening, man. Because you got to appreciate. Now, I did appreciate the work. I did appreciate the over and over going after it. Now, that's one thing I will say I didn't ignore. I appreciate that all the way. And because of the era we was in, I felt like we were supposed to be in that era, and we hit the right era at the right time. So I was proud of that. I was proud of the New Jack Swing music. We were in it. I was proud
That's
of
a
it, man,
fact.
because that's when we came out. We didn't come out before that. We came out at that time, so I had to accept it and embrace it.
No, that's stupid. Speaking of that, is there anybody that you didn't work with, or even still? And because we're gonna get into what you're doing now, but back then as a group, was there anybody that you guys wish, or you wish that you guys would have worked with?
Man, probably Jimmy Jam. That's it, because we worked with Baby.
I didn't even think of that.
Yep. Because I'm gonna tell you why.
That
And this
would
is
work.
real talk. This is real talk, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this is real talk. Boys the Men came in and took our spot with the Sweet November sound, with the harmonies, with the Steve with the high voice.
Holy shit!
Wait a minute.
That first album, that first Boys and Men album.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think they took your spot because this. Boys to Men, maybe vocally, song wise, they had LA and Babyface, Jimmy Jam, Terry, whatever. They had that. But what I'm saying is there was no duplicating y'all's performance, y'all's dancing. There was no way that they could have come in and taken your spot. It's like you
You're looking more visually, but sonically, he's saying.
Yes.
Even sonically though.
Well, I'm talking about this. You're right, because they weren't gonna take our spot doing that other stuff. You totally right.
Right.
But as far as like the level of success they reached, the different producers that they dealt with, that was for us next.
They didn't get a chance to work with the faces. So to me, it's like that would have been the next level. And I don't know if that was a Atlantic thing or whatever. But just think about this: if the end of the road, all that, not those songs, but the soundtracks.
Whoa.
Okay, imagine them and then the visuals on Boomerang.
Oh.
Instead of what you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that, but I think where I'm hung up at is that Attitude. What you guys rode Attitude for so long. You rode that while Boys to Men came out, and then you had Deeper, right?
Yeah.
So the sound changed from Attitude. True. When you guys finally got around back into the studio to record Deeper.
Yes.
So there was a shift there. So I don't think, that's where the change occurred, that you don't necessarily had the chance to take that step that they fell into.
But I think not necessarily the step, but let's just say they would have came in, and whether it be through the remixes, and they would like gotten some of like look at Mary, because when you look at Boys to Men now, as far as the black audience is concerned,
right?
It's like once they did that End of the Road, they kind of turned their back on what they did on the first album. I don't believe Troop would have done that, because they haven't done it in any of their music. They didn't try to go on that second album away from what they were doing or their audience. So me thinking of that, I think working with the Faces, the LA, those guys, or working with the Jimmy Jam, because of the producers they actually had under them and their A&Rs, they would have known where to gear them. I think the biggest problem and the biggest culprit would have been Sylvia Rome not letting it happen.
Well, I think you guys attempted that with Sweet November. Now, mind you, Sweet November is more of a urban, urban pop song or whatever. And I think you guys tried to take that pop route with Sweet November, but because the sound changed so much in R&B in that short period of time, that it was cool. I mean, Sweet November was cool, but it wasn't the launch pad that y'all expected.
Actually, what happened with that, and you're right still, but what happened was the Sweet November and the Deeper album was our last go around, so nobody was trying to do anything special. Nobody was trying. Right? So it wasn't like Atlantic Records was down with us anymore. They was not down with us. That was just contract wise to finish that record. They
Mm.
wasn't down with us, so we still missed out on
That's a
that
good point.
business side. On that business side of the hire, we missed out because the reason, like you said, the sound changed is because we didn't have no big time Atlantic really pushing us anymore. It was just little bit here. Sweet November we win number 1, whatever it takes, win number 5, and that was it. That was it after that, man. So we did miss out because we didn't have that backing no more, and we all know why it happened. But I'm just saying though, but Boys II Men people told John, thank y'all for taking this hiatus for 2 years. No, the people say that, and I'm gonna tell you why. They said because we couldn't get nothing played on the radio as far as hit wise. We couldn't do nothing. We tried. So many people don't know how many songs we submitted to, and we couldn't get nothing happen. Now we took that 2.5 years off and came back with Sweet November.
The window.
Boys II
They
Men was
came
already
right in through that window.
yeah. Boys II Men was already in, and but they told us thank you. They said thank you for taking hiatus because we couldn't get nothing in. If we never would have took that.
They had the Boys II Men. If they would have came in with their second album instead of their first, and that was their entry, they would have never made it. They came in. You think about that.
Yeah, because I'll Make Love to You
It wouldn't have worked if
Well,
that
yeah,
was their first.
yeah,
So
if
they
it
had to
was
come in
yeah.
on the Motown Philly.
Yeah.
Sonically, it was so different. If they would have sonically did the type of material they did on the second album and let that be the first, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
Well, I think End of the Road set that second album up.
Just
Yeah.
like
To be
now,
heard like that.
you see this. You see them. They're about to start the tour with New Edition.
And Tony Braxton.
You know, and that, which is a weird, but when's the last time we seen them in an urban arena with an urban lineup?
Yes.
The last time I saw
See what
them
I'm saying?
was
Yeah.
the tour that they had when Brandy opened up for them, and prior to that, when they were on tour with Jodeci and MC
Yes.
That
Hammer.
was early. That's 30-some years ago.
I know, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But Boys II Men, but New Edition and Jodeci has been constantly. That's the one thing when you run from your home base. Sometimes you are not able to run back.
Yes.
Don't abandon your people.
Yes, you're right.
You flirt with it, but don't jump 2 feet.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Y'all never abandoned home base because your home base was all you had. Now you brought people with Spread My Wings and all that. You brought them, but you didn't actively go out seeking to change your sound to do that.
Yeah, we weren't seeking a totally pop song. No, we didn't do that, man. No.
Exactly. Those songs became pop.
Right? Yes. But yeah, you're right. And it's a little, it's real tricky, man, because like I said it a minute ago, everything's a thin line between. Everything is so thin, man, because we love Boys II Men, but just being a part of this industry, dealing with different entities in this industry, Boys II Men was happy when we fell off, man. Just trust me, y'all. I'm not saying they can sing like angels. They can
absolutely.
They're awesome. But when we was giving it to people, like, we're gonna give it to you, Hammer, we're gonna give it to you, Mike, we're gonna give it to you, New Edition. When we was giving it to them, then everybody was afraid. At one time, everybody was afraid.
No smoke?
Yeah, and I'm sure they thanked you for taking off as well, because they still had Jodeci to contend with.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
am I going to fight 2 people, or am I just going to deal with the one?
But all these groups that came in after was able to stand on stage and sing because the Troop took a hiatus. You couldn't stand on stage with us
next to them
sing.
and not. Ooh, that's a good point.
Because you
Not
got
to
nice
mention-
songs. Because
not
you
to
got
mention-
nice songs. It wasn't happening, man. It didn't happen like that, man. So they, when we took them 2.5 years off, they came in standing around singing. They came in, Josie singing real good, huh? But they couldn't have did that if we were still stepping and still on it. They
That's
couldn't
a
have
great
did that.
point.
You're absolutely right. And to make a point to your showmanship, they made white boy bands come in and start dancing while everybody else was standing around.
I'm done.
Because of y'all.
Because of y'all.
Yes.
So you affected the business in more ways than you even thought of.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes,
That's a great point.
yes.
That's a great point.
Yeah, man. And you know what? There's a thin line, man. I keep saying that, and they got me right on that thin line. They came in and said, if we don't get in this window right now, and them dudes mess around and come back, we're not going to
Right.
be able to get in this window. So they got in there where they need to, and I'm happy for them. The groups that got in there, man, they got in there and they knew Troop was. They knew about the industry. They knew we was having problems. So they got comfortable and they popped their collar and said, they ain't finna come back right now. Them guys having problems. They came in and changed the game on how groups were looking and how groups were presenting themselves. They changed it. And when we got back in, they were so hot, game had changed. Game had changed on us, bro. And that's just what it is, man.
Yeah. So now we're going to bring it back like full circle. Tell everybody what you're doing now. Because, you sent some music over. It was dope. And we like to hear, but kind of update people on what you're doing. Because I know you have some projects out and things of that nature. So kind of inform the people what you got going on right now.
Wow, man. I got, first of all, I got myself going on. Number one, myself. I got myself going. I got my brain going.
There you
go. I'm just doing songs, man. I'm just like I said, I'm not trying to be number one, man. Anything I get is just an extra. It's just a plus. I just want to do songs and put them out and be a part of something. Like I'm a part of the.
So you just solo now with the group, or what?
No, I'm a mess with my group, man. I'm messing with them, but I had to do something first.
There we go. No,
I had to say goodbye. I had to. It was no. I had to, bro. So I stepped away because I never took time to know who I was, like I said a while ago, and I had to do that, or I was going crazy, man. I had to find out who I was and what I can do besides doing it for other people. So I just did. I'm doing this, man, just because I can and I wanted to. It don't mean nothing. I'm not trying to act like I'm this and I'm gonna go solo and watch this, you guys. I just want to say, hey, look what I can do, y'all. I'm not only a background singer. I can get down too. I can do my shit. I can stay in my lane and make it sound good in my lane, and that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm just releasing singles. I'm not trying to release no album. I'm not doing all that, man. I'm just releasing songs as I want to. I could do what I want, man. I could release 2 songs in one fucking week if I want to. So
can you tell people where they can find any of the music?
Yeah, Spotify, all the digital outlets, Spotify, Apple, all that. I'm on all of them. And if they want to find me on any platform, any platform, I'm Rodney Benford. Nothing else, no nicknames, no
we're
slash.
Gonna put all the information at the bottom of the clips in the episode as well, so people have a way to follow you and follow your music and follow you on all these social medias, man.
Yeah, okay,
that's really dope.
Simple though, Rodney Benford. Nothing, no slashes, no dots, and Rodney Benford. You can find me. So that's where I'm at.
So let me ask you a question. What made you remake Brandy?
Whoa. Well, I number one, I can write. Number one, I can write songs. I've always been able to write. Even when I wasn't writing in Troop, I was still writing. I can write. So my son did the beat. He did the track for me.
Oh.
And then my current producer got there and just added, jazz it up a little more. But my son gave it to me first. And I didn't know, I couldn't do nothing with it, man. 2 months passed. And I'm like, I'm bulling, man. I'm playing games. I wrote a song to it. I like it, then I don't. Then I like it, then I don't. So I woke up early one day, kind of panicking, like my son gonna think I'm playing games, man, because I can write. So I'm just going through this social media stuff, man, and I messed up and went on YouTube. I didn't mean to, I promise. And Brandy came on. And it's, mind you, it's a lot different. It's a lot slower. And I heard it and I said, wait a minute. I said, wait. I said, am I tripping here? It's 3 a.m. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? I heard something. I said, am I tripping? I kept saying, am I tripping? So I said, okay. I looked up the I learned the song real quick right then, because I already knew most of the songs from being an oldie. So I put my son's track on, and I sung it to that. It was really fast. It was really fast. I was singing fast. I really mean I was going, but it didn't deter me. I said something. So my producer slowed it down a little bit. It's still faster than the original, but he slowed it down a little bit. And then he took their version, just their vocals, and put it on top of my track. And he sent it to me. And it went perfect. Like, man, I'm telling y'all, it was so perfect. My producer who plays and everything, he gonna tell me, how did you know it's in the right key? How you got a good ear, brother? How did you know that was gonna fit? And I'm like, you the one play instruments, you should have known too, you know. But I just heard it, and I just said, this is gonna be it. People's not singing about dungarees and things like that, and building homes out of sand. Nobody's singing about that. And I said, wow, this is gonna be a little crazy, but I'm finna go.
And for reference point for the people, he's talking about the remake, the OJ's record.
Yes.
Want to be real clear. What, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. And theirs is talking about a dog.
Right.
I did mine as if it was a girl.
There you go.
I didn't mention anything. So that just me waking up and having this track too long, and Brandy came on from God, man. It was from me. God said, I'm gonna bless you, brother, because I know you know what you're doing, but you're a little stuck. But I'm gonna give you an idea. Now you gonna put the idea together. You gotta know to slow it down, make sure the key is right. You gotta do this, but I'm finna give you an idea. Boom. He gave it to me.
There you go.
Yep, Brandy was made that right then and there. I was so excited, man. I could not wait to sing that song, man. And I know I can do it. I'm past this now. Oh man, I was past that. Now I'm looking to get in the studio. So when I was singing it, I was so happy, man. I was like, I knew this. I just knew it. Oh, you guys know when you think of something that worked, you know, first thing y'all said, I knew it.
That's a fact.
Man. And then John was in the studio with me because he do a lot of my background all the time. I love John. I don't care what happens, man. He always, I do your background, but he always. So he was sitting there, and I did my part. I got a little dizzy, a little bit like maybe I'm singing too hard. Maybe I'm gonna sit down for a minute, man. And I said, I ain't finished. John, go do that second first, bro. Get in there and finish that song, John. And he was at the right place.
Wait a minute. That second verse is John?
Yes. Rodney B featuring John. Rodney B featuring John. Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
What?
And you gotta keep in mind, because the people don't know, he sent us the record and we were listening to it. That's the record we're talking about.
Yes.
The public ain't here.
Yeah.
That's John, man. That's John the second verse. And see, let me tell you real quick. But how I told him, I said, John, I know you're a powerful singer and you're strong, but you cannot do this on this record. You can't. That's why I don't sound like him. I said, you got to be toned. You got to have kind of like a lighter tone. And you can't do it, John, please. And he looked at me and said, okay, just as calm, man, just as humble. Okay. And when he did it, I said, damn, that's fitting where I'm trying to go with the record. It's not that I didn't want him to sing like that deep tone. I just wanted to go a certain place with it. And John knocked it out, man. John knocked it out, man.
There you go.
Yep.
Wow.
Then you got a famous producer in your family as well.
Oh,
right?
So he my single finna come out, Ride With Me. The one y'all heard, he produced that. Yeah, he produced that, Ride With Me.
And say the name again, because I want people to know. I mean, they're gonna know when they hear the name, but what's his name again? And what is he to you?
That's my nephew, Hit Boy, the master producer, Hit Boy.
The master producer, Hit Boy.
Yep.
Is his nephew. How crazy is that? That's dope, man. It definitely runs in the family. See.
Well, you know what? When he was, real quick, man. When he was 3, 4, Troop was hot.
Right.
And his mother was she was living by herself basically with him. And I went and said, hey, you know, I don't want to live with a woman, but I need a woman's touch. Sis, come move with me, because I don't want no lady living with me, but you move with me. You make this place look good, keep it neat. She said, all right. So Hit Boy would always just be staring at my group practicing. We would practice in the garage, and he just would put his hands like this and just look at it. He would never talk. He never would say nothing. He just looked. Every day, he was just looking. And one day he came to me and said, I want to rap. And I said, how you gonna rap and you don't talk? I said, so his nickname was the silent rapper. That was a joke that we used to say to him, the silent rapper, because he wouldn't talk, but I see what he was doing. He was paying attention, he was looking, and anybody will know this, and I don't care if they think I'm bragging, I'm not, but he had a group before he came out solo. It was called Front Runners. It was him and a dude named Top. His name was Focus. His boy name was Focus. It wasn't his boy, it was Focus. And they was two, a duo. They used to make their clothes, do their own beats, and write there. And they was like 16, 15. And I'm like, man, I got something with this, man. Whoa, I knew it. I had something. I was his manager. I was taking him to a Rockefeller record when Rockefeller was hot. And we was this close to making it, man. We was this close. But one day, Rockefeller called and was like, man, we're good on the group. I'm like, no, y'all told me, y'all said I brought the best group in and come back tomorrow. They just said, nah, man. I said, I'm Rodney. Y'all got this right? Out of nowhere, they just said, nah, man. They just said, nah. Then like, Hit Boy came to me and said, I'm gonna just start producing, man. I don't want to rap no more. That messed it all up, bro.
Yeah. So with the Rockefeller thing, all three of them had to agree for it to go.
Yeah. So
it could have been one person or whatever the case may be. But nah, man, listen, that's dope to even have in your family like that, and and to see that. So I know you're super proud, Grammy award-winning producer. That's dope.
Yeah. Yes, I love it, man. He in certain ways he did a lot higher than I did with the Grammys and with the monies. But a lot of places on earth I've been, a lot of the traveling most of the world I've been, he ain't did that part just yet, but he did this other part. So I kind of like, I'm proud of what he did, man. I'm so proud. And sometimes he come to me, man. He came to me one time and said, I produced a lot of songs and few of them were number one, but you got number ones on yourself. How? See, he ain't got no number ones on himself.
Gotcha.
He got number of people. So he asked me out of his own mouth. He said, you got 4 number ones, man. Wow. Then he kind of stared at me like, 4 number one on you as an artist. And I think he was stripping off that like, that's what I gotta do. I gotta get on that level, but being an artist. And he's been trying, but now he realized on this side, it's a little different, bro. It's a little bit different. 2 different sides of this thing, man. You could be a producer, you can be an artist. You can travel the world, you can stay at home producer. Hey.
You right. Yeah. Hey, man, we super appreciate your time.
We do.
Like we said, we're gonna put the links in everything at the end of the clip so people can see. Once again, where can people find you? One more time.
Well, all the platforms are digital. You can find me on all of them. You can name them, so you can find me on them, man. I'm on the Apple ones, every Spotify.
Y'all hear that,
YouTube,
right?
All that. You can find me on all that. And then when you want to go, like, look at my pages, it's just Rodney Benford, man. Ain't nothing hard.
There you go.
Rodney Benford. You'll find me quick.
There you go. Well, once again, we appreciate the time.
We thank you so much. No, this has been a pleasure. We appreciate your time. Follow us on Instagram at the Run That Back Podcast. Follow us on X/Twitter at the Run That Back Pod 1. Follow us on TikTok at the Run That Back Podcast 1. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when we're on.
Yes.
And for Scorpio Moe, I am C.Boogie, and this has been Run That Back Podcast.
Hey, wait. Can I say something with y'all real quick?
Absolutely.
Can I say one thing? I watched y'all, man. And I've been watching y'all, and y'all said Troop should have stayed with Chucky Booker. They could win a lot further.
Man. Yes. See, we was about to get out of here, but that's
man. You said listen, man. We stand 10 toes on that hill. That's where we stand. That should have been, like I said, that should have been the y'all. What Timberland was the Missy. What Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis was the Janet.
Yep.
But when you guys was y'all,
when you guys said
money maker.
When you guys said that, it pierced me so bad, man, because y'all was telling the truth. Not that
it
you guys
defined
said
your
anything
sound.
wrong.
It gave you that
man, I said, why I gotta hear him say this? But thank you for saying that. That's what made me be interested in you guys when you said that, because you guys told the truth. I could have cut my phone off and cried. Honestly, I could have, because you said the truth. It was the truth, man. Like, damn, man, why they but
hey, I would just say this, man. It's never too late. All you guys are still, you, Chucky Booker are still here. Some of the other guys are there. So you just never know, man. But we just felt that in our heart, and that was a beautiful marriage, man. And
it was all
hurt
said
us
out
too.
of love. It was like all said out of love.
Yeah, but you know what? Usually when you try it a second time, you can do good music, but it ain't got that same.
Yeah,
It don't. You can do good records,
right,
but it ain't got that same explosive. It don't, man. It don't. So I learned that from you guys. I heard you guys say all that. So thank you for putting it back in my head. It make me say you made me feel some emotion, man. I probably needed that at that time. I probably needed that. So thank you guys.
Whatever it is, brother. We, like I said, once again, man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it, man.
My man.
Run that back.